All right. Sorry for the long intro. My wife unfortunately sorry for the long intro. Oops, I have an echo. My wife unfortunately there we go. Turns down a little bit. But yeah, my wife she actually sprained her ankle today. It was a little scary. You know, she's 8 months pregnant. It's 8 months pregnant. I'm like, you know, possibly might have a sprained ankle, or she definitely has a sprained ankle. So it's you know, a little iffy. But yeah, just adjust this a little bit. So I'm helping her out whenever she needs help. Yeah, but I'm just exiting some tabs in my browser. But yeah, so back to what we are doing last week, which was you know, building out our little stock and crypto trading game. Where's the stream? There you go. Yeah, so just building out our stock and trading game. And so the last commands we had so far were, let's go to the top. We implemented all of these commands right here. I added, so the last one I kind of want to go over was net worth, but I actually also added assets, because you know, when you're trading, you want to know, before you sell your stock, you might want to know what stock you have already. So in order to do that, we need to actually be able to fetch what stocks you have. That's the assets command. We're going to aggregate our assets, and it's going to show you in the Twitch chat what stocks you own, at least in our brokerage. So I'm making a drink right now, so getting our cocktail ready. Yeah, so we're gonna, hopefully today we'll try and get the aggregate assets command working, and then also the net worth command. But yeah, and I actually got, so you know, Christmas passed. I actually just turned 30. My birthday's on Christmas, so I actually just turned 30. So yeah, celebration of that. Cheers, everybody. And then I got these cool little whiskey glasses. It's hard to see because it's but you can kind of see on the bottom. There's like a little bit of like a little mound. It looks like a little mountain. These whiskey glasses essentially have like Mount Everest on the bottom of them. So that was like my gift for Christmas. Yeah. Let me know how your Christmas went. You know, everyone's kind of come out from the holidays. Tomorrow's first day of work again, at least for a lot of people. So, you know, getting back in the groove of it. But yeah, one more day of just kind of chilling, relaxing. That's what I'm doing right now. Just kind of streaming right now with all you folks. Last day of chilling before work again. All right, so let's get working on this aggregate assets command. So what I want to do for that is, so let's open our store. Actually, no, before we do that, we need to actually implement the aggregate assets. Let's go to the bottom. Let's do, yeah, make a new function. Function aggregate assets. This is what does it get past again? Let's get past the channel tags and args. All right, so let's do some pseudo code for this. All right, so what are we gonna be doing here? So what do I want to do for this command? I want to basically look at the username, check that they exist. So get the username, check that they exist. If they don't exist, if not exist, just return an error saying they should join first. Then if they do exist, we want to actually get their assets. So in that case, we're going to be basically querying their own stocks table. So well, just get like a get own stocks, or get stocks maybe. Get stocks command from the store. That will basically query the own stocks table. What else? And then yeah, we'll return it back to the user in a Twitch chat We'll have to format it in some way. So let me make this bigger so it's easier to see. That's good. I think that's pretty good. So we have to basically format it to the user so they can actually see their stocks. So let's do that. So what we'll do next is format a chat command to display stocks. There you go. And if for anyone who's not there, who's not familiar, you know, we're building out a stock trading game, or kind of a game, like a little, stock trading app via the Twitch commands. So you can actually do exclamation point stock commands to get the different stock commands you can do. And if you want to join the game or join the brokerage, the quorum brokerage, you can just do exclamation point join. And that you'll be able to, you know, if you join up, you'll get an account with 10,000 fake dollars, and you can start buying some stocks. So actually, maybe what I could do also is how do I split this vertically? I split this vertically? I don't know what the Twitch command is for this, or the Vim command is. Either way, all right. But so okay, so we want to check that the user exists. Do I have a command for that already in store? What do I have? I have add user, delete user, fetch own stocks. Oh, I do have this. Fetch shares. Oh, I fetch own shares. Okay. What was this for? Fetch own shares. Oh, it's seeing if they have any shares or not. Okay. Sell stock. Okay, so we need to basically check. We should have a user exists command. Let's do that. User exists. Username. Is that what this way is check if the user actually exists in our database? So let's do const exists. Let's see, user exists query. So basically, we want to just select name. I think select name from users where actually I guess it's just like select one, right? You just want to select one as exists. So let's do this as exists from users where name name equals 1. All right, so we want to basically just query and get back exists, and I think all we need to do is fetch own shares. Right, so I'm doing something similar to this, where I'm gonna basically check the rows that come back. If there aren't any rows back, then the user does not exist. So I'm just gonna copy this. I just copy this entire try block. All right. So then we're gonna do user exists queue. All right, so if the row's back, and we'll return. Oh, let's return true. Actually, we could just do. Oh, I haven't. One thing I haven't done in a long time is actually a tertiary command. Return. Let's wait. Let's do return. JavaScript has tertiaries, right? So return. Res rows length is greater than 0 ? If it's true, turn back true, otherwise false. Or we can just do oh, I don't even need tertiary command. Just do this. This will return back whether it's true or false. All right, so return rows length greater than 0. Okay, cool. That makes sense. All right, so that will be that user exists command. So let's try that. So get username. So we can do if store user exists, and we'll pass in tags username. If they don't exist. If they don't exist, then we probably send a channel. Basically tell them that they need to join first. So use join to join. All right. That's will be the commands, and then we'll just return from there. All right. What's wrong here? What's the issue? Oh, okay, this is the issue. I always forget. JavaScript has those little parentheses issues. Okay, so store exists. I think it's about brokerage. Let me just double check. Make sure I saw brokerage right. Broke. Oh, I'm misspelling it. There's no C. Okay. Let's see if I'm misspelling it else wrong anywhere else. Brokerage. I think I'm spelling it wrong in the messages. I am. Okay, here it is. And then also down here. All right. All right. So basically, just check if the user exists. If not, send the channel that the user must join first, and then return. So I got these already. So now we're gonna get the get stocks command. So with this, we want to basically get back an array of objects probably. And each object will have the key of the stock name. So we'll have a name of the ticker and then the amount of shares. Yeah, that sounds good. So let's do that, implement that. Oh, crashed. B isn't defined. Oh, where I put B? Oh, there you go. There we go. Make sure that's still working. Join. Perfect. Still working. Cool. All right. What's getting logged here? Put key values. I think basically what I just need to do is make sure the migrations don't run again. They don't need to run the migrations every time. So stop running migrations. Yes, we're not getting that error anymore. And let me just double check too that my tables still exist. All right, still got all tables. Accounts. Make sure all the accounts are still there. Yep, cool. All right, so still good. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're just going to I'm always paranoid my screen looks weird. Put my channel first.
48. Unless they get this knockout right.
Oh, my channel. There he goes. Oh, look okay. I feel like my video always looks a little smushed, but whatever. All right, so let's make that down. Cool. All right. We got brokerage fund, right? Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we want to get the get stocks command for the store. So let's do that. So we do async get stocks. We'll pass in the username. All right, so get stocks query. It's gonna be select so ticker and shares from owned stocks, where username is this guy right here. So that will return the ticker and the shares. So let's copy this try block. We don't need to do a transaction, so I don't need this stuff. I think we're just gonna need yeah, so we just need that. And then we're gonna do get stocks query, and we're just gonna pass in a username. All right. So this will get us our ticker and our shares from the own stocks table for the username, and then from there we can just return back the basically a list of objects. Okay, so I can actually loop through these rows. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna do return. So I'm gonna get a result back from this, and then we're gonna do loop through the rows. So I have a row, and we're gonna map that to an object. So we're gonna do ticker name is gonna be row.ticker, and then shares will be row.shares. That looks right. Oh, what's wrong? Oh, thanks for the follow, Lex Marie. How's it going? Cheers and welcome to the quorum. How you doing today? So, what is my right here? Something unexpected? Why is something unexpected? Let's do. Oh, okay. I think I know what the issue. Oh, okay, I know what the issue is. It's just some weird JavaScript stuff. So we need to do this essentially. Did that fix it? No. All right. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna do this. This will make it a little easier for me to read it. You too, yeah. How'd your holidays go? I'm a little, last day of holidays. Not looking forward to going back to work, but that's how life is. But yeah, how are you enjoying your last day of the weekend? All right, I think that should work. I'm not getting any errors back, so I'm thinking that's gonna work. Shares. All right, let's try that. I think that's all I need. So yeah, I mean, it's been a 4-day weekend for me, so I'm pretty, I'm not complaining too much. But yeah, last day of the weekend. Do you work as a software, or do you work in the tech field at all? I mean, I'm assuming you do because you're looking at the stream, but I can't always make assumptions. Let's see. Let's do got stocks, and then store get stocks, and then username tags username. All right, so we can get stocks that way. So this will come back as an array of JSON, or not JSON, just an array of objects, array of JavaScript objects with the ticker and the shares. So then now we can just format that into a message of some sort. So we'll probably need to loop through the stocks and then create a message of some sort, and we'll send it to the channel. That sounds about right. So let me see. Oh, nice. When you say getting exposure into IT, like, what do you mean by that? Like, are you just like kind of familiarizing yourself with the field, kind of, you know, IT, like what's involved in IT and all that stuff? So I'll turn this into a message. Stock message. Do stocks. We'll map this. Or actually, kind of reduce it. No. Reduce. I feel like the reduce is almost like a meme at this point. Everyone uses reduce to show they can use reduce. Actually, I don't know. That's a little fun. I want to try reduce. I haven't done JavaScript in a while. So let's do JavaScript reduce. Use reduce. I know it's like an aggregator, like. All right. Reduce. Yeah, you get the accumulator and you get the current value. Okay, so the accumulator will be a string, I feel like. Let's take this. Can we set a default value for the accumulator? That's too much work. I'm just gonna do a map. All right. That's gonna be stock. And then what we're gonna do here is basically we're gonna convert each of the objects into a string, and then we're going to join all the strings together into a singular message. So return. Let's see. Oh, let's start off. Let's start off the message. So shoot. What should we do? Or I think we should do. We start off with this. So we want to start off with the username. So we want to start with the actual person's username. The tags username, and then we'll combine it with the end results of what this map function will be. We're gonna do. So we're gonna convert each stock into a string of some sort. And then we're gonna join at the end. Oh, thanks for the follow, Not So Smart Contract. Cheers and welcome to the quorum. I like that name. I'm guessing you're referring to smart contracts in the blockchain. Very clever name. Hey, smart contract, how's it going? How's your Sunday going? Turn this into I'm gonna do I mean, I'm making like a crypto trading game, so hopefully I understand the reference so much. I'm not super into crypto, but I feel like it's definitely a world that interests me. I'm guessing, are you pretty into crypto? Not so smart. That's a good abbreviation for it. Right. Nice. Are you following Bitcoin right now and the explosion that's going on? Let's see, it's gonna be. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really an expert either, to be honest. It definitely interests me. The technology of blockchain interests me a lot. I have a friend actually who's like really into it. Like he pretty much for his entire tech career, he's worked in just blockchain companies. So like, he's like super into it, and I'm actually a little jealous just because he's able to specialize in that field, and there's actually a lot of money in that field. Not just like not really for like money for companies, but more for like consultants. Because like you have all these companies trying to create their own token. And so here he is, an expert in like blockchain technologies, and he's able to like charge like $100 to $300 an hour just as a consultant for these companies to like teach them, how to make coins and how they should like operate their business. And so it's like it's that old phrase where the money is in when there's a gold rush, you make the money from selling the shovels and not actually from searching for the gold. So that's kind of like what he is. He's an expert in blockchain, but he makes most of his money from like consulting in it as opposed to like actually like doing the blockchain work himself. I mean, it's good for him. He's a smart dude. Let's do ticker and to uppercase or to. Oh, nice. Actually, my wife is a UI UX designer. She's a product designer at Google right now. She doesn't do too much coding. Oh yeah, man. There's so many. You want to be a thief, or you want to be you want to be in the blockchain area? It's the to uppercase. Nice. Uppercase, right? Just uppercase. Yeah, there's a lot of money in it. Can't fault people for wanting to get money in it. How many show? Basically, we're gonna show the string as the uppercase ticker and the number of shares. So we just do stock shares. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not gonna lie, I'm definitely investing. I've owned a little bit of Bitcoin for a while. Like I don't have enough to really like boast about my portfolio. Yeah, I mean, like it's definitely. I mean, the biggest thing that interests me about it is just like it's a new technology. It's like the new wave of technology, like Web 3.0. It's whether or not it becomes like the new fad, like whether or not it becomes like as revolutionary as a lot of people think, it's still like a new field that I don't have a lot of knowledge of, and so for that reason, I'm really interested in learning about it, like the really in depth about it, like the Merkle trees and Merkle hash and all that stuff. And for example, like I work at DigitalOcean, and so there's a lot of people who use like our droplets and our VMs for like blockchain purposes. And so we had a conference like a year or two back. And we brought customers who use our products, and one of them was a person who is building a blockchain company. And so we got to like he basically gave a talk about why he likes DigitalOcean, why he's using it for his blockchain company, and like he basically gave like he gave a synopsis of what his company does. And a lot of it was like master nodes and all these things, and like I had no idea like what he's talking about. Like I'm there, like I'm a software engineer, I'm pretty in tune with like software engineering things, but like he's talking about master nodes and blockchain, or like really in depth blockchain stuff, and like man, I was way over my head. And so it's interesting that in that fact where like I want to learn about it so I know about it. Yeah. DigitalOcean tutorials are crazy. Like, what joke I make is, at work, I'm always getting lost on tasks. And so I'll Google things, I'll Google like how to do something, and I'll end up on a DigitalOcean tutorial teaching me how to do something for DigitalOcean. So it's a funny little circle. Like I'm trying to do a ticket for DigitalOcean, and I end up using a DigitalOcean tutorial to help me finish my work. So it's kind of a fun little circle like that. All right, so I think this will work. Oh, and so everyone in the chat who doesn't know, you know, we're working on a little stock trading game right now. So if you do uppercase join, you can actually join the stock trading game I'm building just for fun. So you can join it. You'll get a fake account with like 10,000 fake dollars, and then you can do like you can find the prices of various stocks. So for example, if you want to find the price of Tesla, you do the uppercase price in Tesla, and so you can get the price of Tesla. And then if you want to get the balance, like a current balance for your account, you do that. You can also buy and sell stock right now. So it's all fake money, but it's kind of fun. So say you want to buy one stock of Tesla, you can do, or maybe like 3 stocks of Tesla. You buy Tesla and 3, and I bought 3 shares of Tesla for $687 each. Total purchase was blah blah blah. So that's kind of the game I'm building right now. So if you're interested in joining, playing along, that's what I'm working on right now. So like all this code right now is for this little Twitch bot I'm creating. So you feel free to join in. I'm gonna spam X million to make a course on Udemy. Oh, who is that? Like a smart contract? Is that like a Udemy instructor, or oh, is he like a big blockchain person? Like a progressive web, like PW, is it like a progressive web app? Okay, yeah, I mean, maybe. Right now it's just kind of for fun. Like I'm just like making some commands. You can see up here, these are the commands I've implemented so far. So we got like stock commands. If you want to like actually see all the commands you can do stock commands. That kind of stuff. It's a little hard to read. Oh, okay, yeah, I've done a couple of Udemy courses. I haven't done one on blockchain yet. Oh no, but I do have an Ethereum Udemy course. I feel like that's kind of the case with Udemy. Like you buy a bunch of courses because they're so cheap. You don't always use all of them, but you have them if you want them. But yeah, so these are all the stock commands that I've built out so far. And then this is what we're working on right now is assets, which basically if you want to list out what stocks you have, you can do assets. Yeah, so let's see, stock command. Let's just do this. Send a channel. Let's see if it works. Send a channel. I'm gonna try catch block just so in case of any errors. But is that a serious number, or is that you just making that up? Like you actually have over 1,000 courses? God damn it. It's like tutorial hell. Nope, as in like, you're not lying, you really have, oh wow, man. I mean, I'm assuming you spent like $10 each on each of those courses, so you spent like 10 grand on Udemy courses? Damn. I mean, like, it's a good, like, definitely like it's an investment in your education. I definitely learned a lot on Udemy. I can't really trash Udemy so much because I definitely learned a lot on Udemy. Like, when I started at DigitalOcean, we use a lot of, you bought 8% of them. Oh, so some of them you got for free, or like you were able to kind of not pay for them? Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I remember I was in a Discord one time and someone was like talking about Udemy courses. Yeah, I mean, 1,000 courses, even if you didn't buy all of them, you're gonna spend a lot of money. But yeah, I was in a Discord chat one time and someone was telling me, yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe you could have. That could have been another way of spending it. But I mean, you can't really like look back now and be like, damn, I should have bought more. Because I definitely jumped into the Bitcoin hype train when it was like 2 years ago when it was like 19 grand. And I bought a bunch of Bitcoin, or I invested a lot into Bitcoin. Not a lot, but I invested quite a bit. And then it dropped down. I sold a lot of it to like help with tax stuff. So like, because I think I owed money that year, so I sold bunch as a loss, so I could help with attack stuff. But then now I'm like kicking myself, like, damn, if I had held on to that, if I had held on to all of that, now it's like, you know, 27 grand or more. It would be way more. It would be worth way more. But you know, you can't really kick yourself about that. It just, you know, hindsight's 2020, all that stuff. But a question for you though. So you have like, you know, 1,000 courses. How many of them have you actually like, not even like completed, but like how many of them have you actually gone through? Like how many of them have you actually started? Like even just like for 10 minutes. How many of them have you actually started for 10 minutes? That's still quite a bit, like 50%. I was expecting you to say like 100 or less. That's still pretty impressive. 50 is still pretty good. I think I've only ever finished maybe two Unity courses. Yeah, like I said before, I did a Go course when I first started DigitalOcean, because DigitalOcean uses a lot of Go. So I finished one Go course, and then I've done a bit of like Docker and Kubernetes, because we also use a lot of that at DigitalOcean. Yeah, that's still pretty impressive. Would you say, like, are they all, do they kind of run the gamut in terms of like topics? Like, is it, because you said you're a UI UX designer, so is it a lot of like design stuff, or is it like just runs the gamut? You have like front end, back end, blockchain, like all that kind of different topics? Some stock message. Oh wait, we have to join this now. Okay. So we're gonna join. And it's gonna be, what we're gonna do? We'll have a separator of like 5. All right, so. Yeah, I mean, like, I honestly don't have a lot of interest in design. Like, I know, don't get me wrong, I think design is super important. Like I said, my wife is a product designer. I just have no personal interest in design. Like I feel like the software engineering field is big enough for me to like specialize in just software engineering, and I can let the other experts of design do like the design stuff. Oh, interesting. I heard, did you ever take like Colt Steele, or what's his name? There's like a guy named Colt something, and he has a lot of he's like a development bootcamp Udemy course, and I heard like a lot of people use that one as like their go-to. Did you take that one? How do you like that one? Was that one pretty good? All right, let's see if this is working. So like if you ask a question on his Udemy course, he doesn't answer them. All right, let's see if our assets works. An error occurred, of course. What's the error? Undefined property query. Store line 12. Line 12. Oh, wow. This is it's kind of a gross looking this DB's query. Where does shares come from? What do you mean by alt projects? What does that mean? Let's try that again. Okay, that makes sense. Honestly, I've actually considered doing that. Like, I feel like I know enough of certain things to make a course on it. Okay. And then I would like, you know, make a course, market it, sell it, and then, but obviously, yeah, you're right. You obviously should, like, you know, keep up on it and make sure people understand the material and all that stuff. My watch is telling me to walk around. I don't got time to walk around. Alright, what was the issue? Stephen Gritter. Never heard of him. But I'm guessing he made a lot of like Udemy courses. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like React is like the blockchain of almost like front end world. Like, you can make a lot of money making React courses. Like, I think there's a guy on Twitter I follow called like Kent C. Dodd, or Kent Dodd. Twitch, yeah. I'm just kind of doing right now. I'm like, you know, I'm using, you know, I'm doing these streams, like one for fun, two for like a portfolio piece. So like, hey, I can actually do like JavaScript and all those other things. I mean, I have a good job. I'm not worried about it, but it's like, it's kind of for fun. Like, also to learn too. Because I feel like if I wasn't streaming, I don't have as much motivation to like work on side projects just alone in my room. So, you know, having it in front of people like is like a form of accountability. Yeah, Kent Dodd does a lot of like React testing courses. I haven't taken them because I don't do React, or I don't do it for work. But like I always hear like he's always on Twitter, you know, marketing his courses and that kind of stuff. And I'm sure they're good, but I just don't have the need to buy them. But like, I know he's really popular. Like he was an Egghead.io instructor for a while. I think he kind of branched out from there to do his own stuff, but I think he was really popular on Egghead.io for a while. But Lex, you said you're getting into the field. I would definitely say, like, you know, there are a lot of people on Twitch who, you know, I've been working in the field for a while, so I know how to program stuff. But there are a lot of people who are like documenting their journey to like learning to program. I'm not sure exact people, but like I do know some people who were like learning Python and they kind of streamed their progress on Twitch. I'm not sure if it like got them a job or not, but they got pretty popular on Twitch, just from like streaming their progression. So, you know, it's definitely like a good way to document your journey. I said refactoring UI. That's like an ebook for kind of like designed for developers. Is that what you're saying? Why is your journey like just hopped around a lot? It was never linear. Too detail. What do you mean by too detail oriented? Credits your portfolio. What do you mean by Lex Marie? What do you mean like streaming on Twitch shows like work balance and like you're able to kind of show off your portfolio? Is that what you're saying? What was it here about again? That's not a map. Gotcha. Really? I mean, do you think like streaming on Twitch shows like work-life balance? Because it kind of shows like, you know, you don't really have work-life balance. You're doing programming on the side during your free time. So it kind of shows like, you know. Oh, I guess like I guess what you're saying is like you have time to stream, so then like you're not working on actual work stuff. Is that what you mean?
You have reached the voicemail box of Kino.
I was just saying like smart contract. Are you saying like you would you'd get too bogged down with the details in order to like do streaming, like because you would need to know exactly what you're doing before you could like do anything? Because you can see right now I'm stuck on an error that I don't. Sure, yeah. I don't have any link issues or anything like that. Yeah, go for it. Stocks map is not a function. Why not? What is stocks? Okay, I'm gonna do some super elite debugging. So if stocks is not an array, what is it?
The person you're trying to reach is not available right now.
7 practical chips for cheating something. For cheating a design. Cheating a design.
If you need further assistance, enter pound now.
Use. Oh, nice. I'm gonna bookmark this. Read that for the future. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't done front of stuff. This is very popular on Twitter. Okay, sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. It is yeah, you said it from 2018, Gusily. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I'll bookmark that, so I'll read that for later. I'm on Medium quite a bit. I have to be right back, cause so my wife has a sprained ankle and she can't really move around too much. So she asked me to help her out for a second, so I'm gonna be right back. All right, I'm back. Yeah, my wife is 8 months pregnant and sprained her ankle today, so we're adjusting to that. So right now she's on the couch, just kind of relaxing. So I'm basically like I told her like I'm gonna stream, but if you need any help, just text me and I'll help you out. So right now she needed help a little bit. Okay. But yeah, definitely check out that article. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I'm excited, but it's a little nerve-wracking too. First kid, all that stuff, definitely nerve-wracking. All right, so let's see if I can debug this. Yeah, I mean, we went to all the OB appointments. Have been saying, it's a healthy baby, all that stuff. So, I want to make sure that it's all healthy. Stock, not. Oh, okay. Stock. Yeah, all the appointments have been saying, healthy baby, all that stuff. It's a boy. No, we're not like, waiting till the last second to find out. Like, we're definitely knowing beforehand. My wife's a big prepper, so we want to know the gender right away so we can prep for everything, all that stuff. Let's see what his hair is. He's not. Get stocks queued, that's fine. What the? That's the hair? Alright, where am I at? Get. Oh, okay, I needed const. Okay, JavaScript stuff. There we go. But yeah, excited. Got the nursery already. But it's a little inconvenient that my wife got a sprained ankle. Like, definitely sucks for her. Like, I'm definitely not envious of her position. But apparently it's pretty common, actually. We're reading that, like, because when you're pregnant, you have like this certain hormone that kind of relaxes your muscles. It's actually very common for pregnant women to fall, which is actually pretty terrible. Like, that's kind of scary. But she's fine. Just kind of relaxing, not sitting it off, kind of stuff. Yeah. So let's see if this works now. Assets. You're a marketer. I don't know, man. I don't know marketing. Oh, okay. I know what the issue is. I don't know what marketing, man. Oh wait. What is this? Wait. I always forget about how weight works. Oh, okay, there we go. So we gotta do this. We have to wait the store call because the store call is asynchronous. There we go. Marketer, I don't know about that one. I'm kind of hoping that like it'd be cool if he was into tech stuff because you know we have a thing in common. But I don't know. You know, I feel like so many new jobs are like, you know, for example, Twitch was not a job 5 years ago. So like, just lucky. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, like, you know, think about it. Like, streaming wasn't a job 5 years ago. Like, what are the new jobs gonna be like 20 years from now? That kind of stuff. You know, like, I'm sure there's still gonna be like traditional jobs like accountants, lawyers, doctors, that kind of stuff. But there's gonna be like a whole new wave of jobs as well. I guess marketing will always be a job. And like, if anything, I don't want to be a marketer, but like knowing how to market things would be very useful. For example, like on Twitch, I feel like you need to market yourself really well to like get popular and all that stuff. Let's see. Assets. Oh, sweet, it works now. Oh, sweet. Oh wait, I need to make a space though. Okay, it actually worked. Let's do. Where are we? Aggregate assets. Make a space here. Are you referencing the new game that came out? I really want to play that. I don't have a game PC though. All I have is like a Mac, which I do my development on, and I have a dual boot, which is like a Windows and a Linux computer. It's like a laptop, but it doesn't have a GPU. So anytime I play games, I have to turn the settings to like way low resolution in order to play them. Yeah, I would love a game PC. A couple issues, you know. Right now, especially with Bitcoin going up and like crypto going up, I'm sure the price of the GPUs are gonna skyrocket. So it's gonna make getting a gaming computer really expensive. Also, I don't have the space for it. Like right now, like you can't really see my setup, but I do not have space whatsoever for a gaming computer where I am. And our apartment it's pretty decent size, but I don't have any space right now for a gaming computer. But like, what do you mean by cyberpunk jobs? Like, what are some of the jobs in cyberpunk? Assets. All right. Oh wait, no. Okay, that's what I need to do. I need to do. What is it? I need to do a space here. This is where I need space. This is a very interesting job. Assets. All right. Okay, so that looks really good. So I have 5 shares of Apple, 3 shares of Tesla. Perfect. So if I sell 5 shares of Apple, it should work. So I do sell Apple 5. That should work. Sweet. And now if I do assets, I should not have any more Apple stock. 0 shares. Perfect. I should almost like delete it if it has 0 shares, right? That doesn't make sense to have like 0 shares or something. I don't know how to do that. Like, it'd be like a SQL query where you update the column, and if it's 0, and then remove it. So like, yeah, I would need to do a transaction where I update it, fetch the information, and if it's 0, make a delete request. Yeah, I'll do that later. I'll keep it at 0 for now. But I just want to make sure that I can't sell more than, I can't go negative. Let's try selling one more Apple stock. Good. You don't know stars. Perfect. All right, so I do have. So actually, make sure I have now documentation for this. So assets. Let's see. Display stocks you own. Right now, I don't have any. I don't have any crypto. Like this Twitch bot does not support crypto yet. But once I finish up the basic commands, I'm gonna add some crypto to it. A smart contract. Like, do you own quite a bit of like crypto stuff, like Bitcoin stuff? I have a little bit of like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. Like I have like kind of more popular coins. A little bit of XRP. I have literally no idea what XRP is. Like apparently I just have it in my Coinbase. I do it all through Coinbase. Oh, you don't have Bitcoin? Oh, okay, interesting. I feel like I feel like a lot of people who are in yeah, I have a coworker who's really into Bitcoin, or not Bitcoin. He's into crypto. He's kind of like the person I was talking about before. So like Dogecoin. I actually knew when I was first getting into programming, I worked as a physical therapy assistant. I remember one of our clients, he was a software. I was living in Seattle at the time, so there's a lot of software engineers were clients, and I was talking to him about like Bitcoin because I was when I was first getting really popular, and he talked about how he mined Dogecoin when it first came out. I had no idea what it was, and so learning years later that Dogecoin is like a forked Bitcoin is like basically just shitcoin. I was like, oh shit, he had a shit ton of Dogecoin. It's pretty funny. Why don't you have any Bitcoin? The too hyped for you or too expensive? All right, so last one I want to do is net worth. This is gonna be the more complicated one, so that's why I've been saving it for last. So I'm gonna define the boom. not bleeding edge enough. No, I definitely understand the want for Ethereum. Like I said, like I have a coworker who's, yeah, for sure. I mean, if I had a time machine, I would go back in time and buy a shit ton of Bitcoin. But I have a coworker who's pretty into crypto. Like he's kind of similar to my other friend I talked about, who like he's a consultant. So like my coworker is also a consultant for Bitcoin stuff or for crypto. And he was like, I was talking to him about like, you know, what's the future of crypto? Like if I was gonna invest, what to do? And he's telling me like, oh, Ethereum 100%. Like Ethereum, like Bitcoin is like a good value store. Like if you just want to store value. But like Ethereum is an actual platform and like is probably more towards what the future of crypto looks like. So I've been focusing more on buying Ethereum, though I do still buy crypto. Wi-Fi. I haven't looked at that one. What's the Wi-Fi? Holy shit. 22,000? Wait, when did it first come out? So it was released this year? CoinGecko? What is it, like where is it from? You're in finance? Holy shit, $22,000. Never heard of this. How is it ranked only 42? So we're somewhat. I mean, I guess it depends on the market cap. Okay, market cap. That's why. Yeah, it's not even worth. It's still. Okay, it's not a billion yet. That's why. That's why. Bitcoin's in the billions. So what is this from? Like where did it come from? Okay, interesting. I mean, that's my only issue like when it comes to investing in crypto. Is like you don't know how many pump and dump schemes there are. So you know it could be, you know, you could have someone who's like pumping like, oh, this is the next crypto, like go for this, and then everyone like, you know, hypes it up. Stock goes crazy, and then everyone just sells it and it drops down. Lending money, okay. I'm a little worried about like the current. I guess like That's what I was worried about with Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin's going super crazy. Like, is it like a pump and dump? Like, what's happening? But I feel like the reason why I keep investing in Bitcoin, because Bitcoin I feel like is so distributed. Like, wait, you took part in the pump and dumps? Were you like the person hyping them up? Ah, okay, so the right time, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I've been lucky to, I mean, I've been definitely kind of like, when it comes to like my strategy for investing in crypto, it's been pretty boomer-like. Like I go for the main popular coins. So right now I have like a recurring investment in like Ethereum. I still invest in Bitcoin because I feel like even though a lot of people shit on Bitcoin, like, you know, they say like, oh, it has no purpose. I feel like while it's true, if people still put money into it, the value of it's still gonna go up. So if it doesn't matter if it itself has no value except for storing value. If people believe in it, and if like all these Wall Street firms are gonna invest in it, it's only gonna cause the value to go up. So it doesn't matter or not if it actually does something. If other people think it does something, or if like they think it's worth something, then the value's gonna go up. So yeah, it's like gold in that fact. Like gold, the value of gold is all just what we say it is. Like we're saying, okay, gold now is now worth $1,800. Yeah, like the amount of my portfolio for crypto is so small compared to like the rest of everything else. But it's one of those things where like, you know, I can invest in a little bit and it could potentially skyrocket. So it's like, you know, I still have like small bets here and there for crypto. Alright, so I'm gonna do the same thing here. So I'm gonna check if the user exists. If not, then first join, and then what we're gonna do is we're going to, okay, so how's this gonna work? For getting the current net worth, I don't understand any of those. So okay, what's Binance, and then what are uni spaces? I don't understand those terms. You just went over my head, man. All those terms, I have no idea. You gotta explain those to me. So get prices. Uniswap. I still don't understand. What is Uniswap? Maybe I'll look it up. Uniswap. Okay, so I understand the wallet. Uniswap. Crypto. Oh, so is Uniswap just like an exchange? Okay, so it's like basically you can use Ethereum to buy other cryptos. Was that what it's saying? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so I mean all this stuff interests me. DeFi. Okay, gotcha. So basically, instead of using Coinbase was like a centralized, you can use a decentralized exchange. Gotcha. Yeah, all this stuff like interests me so much from like technology perspective, because like I did a little bit of like distributed system or like where's my brain, to be honest. Yeah, I mean like the technology of blockchain, Bitcoin, all that stuff, it interests me a lot. Like just like a technology level. I'm not sure if I'll actually go into it, but like I want to know how it works. Like yeah, the charts. Whenever I see charts for like crypto and stuff, it always reminds me of like day traders, especially like those like day trader gurus like who are trying to like sell courses. They always show like candlestick graphs and all that stuff. They always show charts like, yo, I know the secret to selling stocks. Like, you know, buy my course. So like whenever I see graphs, like charts and stuff like for crypto or like for like stocks, it always makes me think of those people. I watch so many like on YouTube. I watched like CoffeeZilla and Spencer Cornelia, like people who like bust fake gurus. And it's always so funny, like Tai Lopez, yeah, exactly. It's always so funny to like watch like they'll always like show the marketing like that they'll use for these fake courses. And it's always so funny to like look at those things, like, cause I feel like, you know, when I was early on looking into like stocks and stuff, because like, you know, before when I had literally no idea how money worked, I would look into like the, you know, these gurus who are like, okay, make passive income really super easily. So I was definitely one of those people who can get easily suckered in. Luckily, I had no money at the time, so I couldn't buy any courses. But I definitely, like, had I had money, I definitely would have bought them. And so I'm so glad, like, at the time I had no money to buy them. Oh man, so true. I would not be surprised if like Tai Lopez or like, you know, Kevin David or like some of those fake gurus like put out like a crypto course, especially like Bitcoin going 27,000. I would not be surprised whatsoever if they put like a fake crypto course. All right. Yeah, do it. Aggregate stock prices to get to its final net worth. I'm gonna reduce for this. I can finally use reduce. All right. So first thing I need to do is let's start a try block. Try. Ah, come on, my expander doesn't work. All right, whatever. I don't know what happened, but my code snippet thing doesn't work anymore. Whatever. Let's do it. Catch block. So we're gonna catch the error. R.A. David Paul. Let's see what this is. Or to the cringy aspects of crypto bull markets, but I suppose it's better than alternative of Rubini shift bloating. Everyone blocked, but isn't that crypto? Oh wow. Oh wait, so does Tai Lopez actually have like a crypto course or like something like that? This is too funny. Did like some webinar about like, you need to buy crypto, like you need to buy crypto through me, like I'm building a new exchange for crypto. Basically I'm trying to be the Winklevoss twins. Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, I remember I did follow Tai Lopez for a while. Like back when I had Snapchat, I would follow his Snapchat and his Instagram, and like, man, he posts so much though. It's like, it's super, like it's hard to follow him because, you know, he'll post like 50 stories a day, and so I kind of go through my Instagram stories, and then like you see him like all of his stories like dots because he has so many. So you're trying to like swipe through them all so quickly. And it's like, they're all just dumb, like him with girls and him with his cars. Yeah, it's like, it's so boring to follow him. It's like, and like, you know, every once in a while he'd have like some business story, but he's so minor compared to like everything else. And it's like, how the fuck is this dude making money? Like, what is he doing? Yeah, so I kind of stopped following after that. And like I was looking at those YouTube videos where like they like kind of showed that he rented out his he rented out the house that he has. Like he might own it now. Like I can definitely say he probably has a lot of money now, so I'm sure he might own it now. But I think at the time, in the very beginning, he definitely did not own those Lambos. He definitely did not own that house. He definitely was renting it. But I'm sure, like, you know, he got enough people to buy his courses that you know, now he owns that stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised. But it's kind of like one of those things where like it's a little. It's kind of sad that like he was able to basically just like trick everybody into like believing he had money, and now he has money. Yeah, I haven't finished Silicon Valley yet. I've watched up to the last season. Yeah, so I do know that. I did watch season 5, and I started watching the beginning of season 6. I stopped. The last episode of season 6 I watched was when Hendrix, I forgot his name. Something Hendrix, like the main guy. He talked to the Hispanic guy from Narcos, like the actor who's in Narcos. He like talked to him. He thought he was nice at the beginning, but then he ended up being like super shady. I stopped watching after that because I forgot why, but I definitely need to finish that season. Yeah, so I stopped watching after that, but I definitely watch again. Oops. All right, so I'm gonna get the stocks. I'm gonna loop through the stocks. So I'm gonna get. We're gonna do. Actually, no. Tickers. Stocks, map. I mean, Silicon Valley, like, I definitely love that show. Like, that was one of the reasons why I got into tech. Like, I mean, they made tech look very glorious. But yeah, I haven't been in the tech, like, Silicon Valley started before I even got in the tech industry. So like definitely one of my big influences was like Silicon Valley. I love that show. Stocks map. And we're just gonna return stock ticker. Alright, so now array of tickers. Then we're gonna do do tickers map. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really get into software development until I met my wife. So like I mentioned before, she's a product designer. When I met her though, she was still in grad school doing like design stuff. So I was working as a physical therapist in Seattle. And so I was working in Seattle, and then like meeting her, plus the fact that in Seattle, like, you know, Seattle's a pretty big tech industry. So, because since I was working in physical therapy, like a lot of software engineers, you probably wouldn't. I mean, you probably believe it, but like a lot of software engineers have like a lot of not like physical issues, but because you're hunched at a desk for 10 hours a day, you know, you have like neck pains, you have back pains. So a lot of our clients would be software engineers. So like me talking to them, like kind of got me like, you know, hearing about their life, hearing about their job, and like kind of getting interested in like what they do in the career. It's like, oh man, this kind of sounds pretty cool. It sounds a lot better than what I'm doing right now. so like me and my wife, or the girlfriend at the time, who like knew software engineers via being a designer, it kind of like spurred me to go into the tech industry, and also like watching Silicon Valley also helped. So would you say like Silicon Valley was like a big catalyst, or what else kind of got you into doing tech? Like what was like the first initial thing that got you into tech? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I definitely try. You probably see behind me there's like a Peloton bike, so I try and stay active on the Peloton. But yeah, like for the most part, I haven't had too many health issues, thankfully, like knock on wood. Let's see, I'm gonna do stockholder. I know, so right now I'm using the IEX API for getting my stock prices. I'm pretty sure they have like a batch API, so I can send in. Sorry. Interesting. You don't mind me asking, how old are you? Like, are you just soon out of high school, or like you out of college, that kind of stuff? Okay. Yeah, I'm only a little bit older than you. I just turned 30 actually, so I'm in my 3 zeros now. Oh, I should probably put this over here so I don't show up any secrets. So do you work anywhere? Do you work anywhere now? Because you said you're like a UI UX designer. Do you work like professionally in the tech field? The AVO docs. Here we go. Move this one over so that show you what I'm doing. Yeah, I really wish I took computer science in high school. The school I was at actually offered computer science, and a lot of people took it, but I didn't take it. And I'm really regret myself for not taking it. I could have gotten the software engineering field earlier. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, how is it like, do you have plans in the future to move, or do you want to stay in Turkey and like kind of find a job there? Like, what are your plans for the future? Gotcha. Do you tend to freelance for like oh, nice, nice. Like a kind of like a consulting or a freelance firm. Yeah, I mean, like I said, plenty of money in blockchain. If you like, if you're gonna be a consultant or something like that, you can get a lot of money from that. And you should probably check my stock holder. Alright, which price? F3 price right now, one approach the DApp. Gotcha. Okay, so I've always been wondering about that. So as I mentioned, my friend works as a consultant in blockchain. So he did a lot of like DApp application building. So he's built like DApps. I guess like, so I understand that like DApps is a distributed application. It like, that's kind of sad. You shouldn't scam old people. That's just too easy. That's too easy. You can't scam old people. Is there like, I don't know. Cause I feel like based on stereotypes, like a lot of scams come from like Nigeria and that kind of stuff, like you know, like Nigerian prince scam, all that stuff. Is there a lot of like scam type things in Turkey, or like places that specialize in scams? Really? Interesting. What is that? Okay, yeah, tourist areas. Okay, that totally makes sense. So what does that look like? Is it just like you go tourists in like Istanbul? Yeah, I could definitely see that. I was in before the pandemic, I went to Italy for a while, and like I could definitely see a bunch of scams there. But like, what kind of scams are they? Or is it more like, you know, scamming tourists, like, oh, authentic jewelry, that kind of stuff? Or like, what kind of scams are they? Fine. Batch. Is it batch?
It's one of these
Maybe I can't do batches. Okay, maybe I can't do batch.
You gotta conserve your resources when you're in the frontier. You don't get to see this as common, intuitive, observables on Earth. So when we go into a frontier, our normal or code intuition no longer applies. This rule
Farm bench?
on the ocean or in the strategy.
So how does it work? Like, is it like an in-person scam, or is it like a farm bank? Okay, I'm guessing it's an in-person scam, right? If you're doing it if you're doing it with tourists, like you have to actually talk with them.
And that's why frontiers are rich in discovery, because things aren't the normal, they aren't the usual.
All right. Well, I don't think I can do. I don't think I can do. Batch. I should probably look this up. Bank situation. Try and copy and paste that. Now I'm curious. Wait, what? Basically, you buy stock animals. What is this? You buy, but the owner of that scheme was a teenager. What the frick? So he schemed out a bunch of farmers. Okay, so were the farmers tourists? So, forming a virtual farming simulator and a Polish developer. Damn, $280 million? Holy shit. Holy crap. So basically it's a Ponzi scheme, right? So he basically just told a bunch of farmers to invest in him. He would give them back money. And then he just got more and more farmers to invest in him. So he would pay back the first about, he would... Wow, that's crazy. Wow, damn. But I think a Turkish. So this is basically just for like, this is a Ponzi scheme, but for other Turkish people, not for tourists, right? That's crazy. So this dude basically was a perpetrator. Man, it's insane. Oh, that's fine. Wow. So basically, he's like the Turkish Bernie Madoff. That's what you're saying. Yeah, when I was in Italy, the scams were pretty easy. So it's pretty funny too. Like, if you ever been to Italy, one thing I learned was never eat at the restaurants where there's people outside trying to convince you to go there. So like there'd be like a lot of Italian restaurants where someone's outside like, oh, come in, like our prices are great, we have the best food in town. Any place that has like a person advertising for it is really bad, because in Italy, if you're a good restaurant, you don't need people advertising for you. So we'd always just use like basically Yelp or like Google Maps for like restaurant ratings. And so basically all the ones that didn't have people standing outside them, or people, actually I should say, all the ones that had people standing outside them trying to convince people to go into them had really bad ratings. So we were pretty good about that. All right, so I should do squad quota. All right, so let's try and finish this up. Stock quota. So what I want to do? Always eat where truck drivers eat. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. I wouldn't always say the same thing in America though. In America, like truck drivers are usually eating in like fast food restaurants. Like they go to like they'll have like truck drivers care about hygiene. Is that what you're saying? 'Cause I would say it's kind of the opposite in America. Because in America, usually truck drivers on the road. On the road, there's only like American fast food. Like the only food you can find on the road is American fast food. So like McDonald's, Burger King, A&E, Arby's. Wait, damn. Okay, that's good. Wow. That is very different from America. I can tell you that. Because I did a road trip from the West Coast to the East Coast in America. I live in the East Coast now. I originally lived in the West Coast, so we moved from the... Oh, interesting. Yeah, so we moved from the West Coast to the East Coast. We drove across country. I could tell you, the only places, like on like the road, like the main roads, like the big highway roads, it's only gas stations and like fast food. So you're not gonna find great food there. It's edible, you know, it's fast food. You're gonna get what you pay for, but it's not like homemade level food. That's interesting. So in Turkey then, like on the main highways, do they have like, you know, fast food, or is it like actually good restaurants that are on the main roads? Let's see. Best price, okay. Alright, so we're fetching the price. It's gonna be ticker. Alright. We got prices. So then what we're gonna do. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean Turkey's definitely like, alright, not to be too controversial, but like, what's the opinion of like the Turkish, the prime minister, like a president, Erdogan, right? Oh wow, okay, that's crazy. Perfect crap. That's a great expression. But yeah, what's that? I'm guessing the general opinion of Erdogan is like popular, right? Because he's a president, so majority of people must like him. In America, there's like a different opinion of Erdogan, but I'm really curious, like what like a native Turkish person says. Ah, okay, so it's mostly boomers that like him, right? Is that what you're saying? So if it's like, so you're saying most young people like, most young people hate him, and only some boomers like him. How is he still in power then, right? Because like, I remember there was like a big drama recently, or like a while ago, like he passed a bill that basically gave him like dictatorship-ish type powers, and people voted for it. So it must be like a majority passing, right? Or is it like some other stuff happening? Okay. And then, ooh, we can do a reduce. So let's do constant net worth. Ah, interesting. Usurper. Okay, I definitely know what that means. Interesting. So does that mean like the elections were faked, or like some like political like type espionage and that kind of stuff? Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since we heard about him. I remember like 2016, 2017 was like the year we like when you know, when Donald Trump got elected. There's also a lot of drama with Erdogan. Like at least in America, you know, what we heard about was like, oh, he passed some bill that made him like a dictator, that kind of stuff. So it's been a while since we heard about him, but like that's like the last thing I heard about Erdogan was basically that. We're gonna do reduce. Reduce. No. What was the fast go? Okay, so let's see. Hey man, how's it going? Sean Yaz, how's it going? I do a little Python. Like I know Python. I know like the syntax, but I don't do it professionally. Like mainly I do Go and I do Ruby and JavaScript, but I do know a little bit of Python. Do you do Python, Sean? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I definitely know Ruby and JavaScript, so I definitely try and do like some web development stuff. So like right now I'm doing Node, so like all this stuff right here is like a Node. So I do know a little bit like Ruby and JavaScript. I used to be a front engineer a long time ago. Now I'm kind of more of a back engineer, but I definitely like web development. I definitely want to learn like React and like all like the front frameworks in the future. Right now I don't really have time to, but I do know like Node and JavaScript. Let's see. He said July 15th, 2018. Turkey. How are you, Sean? Do you do web dev primarily? Okay. I'll bookmark this one. Closed captions, gotcha. Yeah, I'll bookmark this for later. This is very interesting. So a smart contract. Do you ever see yourself like living anywhere else besides Turkey? Or do you like, I mean it's like your home country, so obviously like, I'm guessing you love it. Like, you know, from my perspective, like America has issues, but you know, I was born and raised here. It's kind of like the place I'm used to. So yeah, you're saying you want to live in Turkey? Yeah, that totally makes sense. It's one of those things where like, you know, despite the issues of your country, you live there, you're used to it. Like, despite its issues, you know its issues. It's kind of like a little bit equivalent to software engineering. Hey, thanks for the follow, Sean. Welcome to the quorum. Cheers. Gotcha. So Sean, like, I definitely know a little bit of Python. I'm actually writing an article right now about how to build LRU caches. So like least recently used caches. So I use Python for that article. I would say I've done a little bit of machine learning with Python in the past. Like I've used NumPy, but I definitely have not used TensorFlow though. But I mean, like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, I definitely used to use that a lot when I was back when I was a front engineer. So if you have questions about that, feel free to ask. I might not know everything, but I can definitely like help you work through any issues you have. But I definitely used to work as a front engineer. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna map the prices. But smart contract, have you ever visited America? Just out of curiosity. I'm not like shilling for America, I'm just curious because I know a lot of people visit America a lot. What are ways you've learned? Good question. Yeah. So I mean, when I first learned programming, I definitely used a website called Treehouse. So I mean, like when I was first learning, I had a job, so I was learning on the side, so I had some disposable income. So I think at the time Treehouse costed like I think $25 a month for the basic program. So I could definitely recommend Treehouse. Treehouse is a great place. Like it does, you know, it does cost money, $25 a month. It's not a ton, but I would say like Treehouse is some pretty premium, high quality stuff. Also Udemy, you know, I've definitely learned a lot from Udemy. If you like, I would say if you want like a super structured way to learn programming, what I personally used was a website called Launch School. And so Launch School taught me a ton about programming, so like front-end development, back-end development. But you said you're interested in learning TensorFlow and machine learning. So in that case, you know, Launch School does not teach machine learning. So I would say, I mean, if you're interested in primarily interested in machine learning, I would say like there's definitely going to be Udemy courses that teach machine learning. I learned machine learning through kind of like some online courses. So like, I mean, I'm sure you use Jupyter Notebooks. So Jupyter Notebooks is great for Python and machine learning. But yeah, so if like my personal journey, I use a lot of like Treehouse, and then I used Launch School. So if you want to check it out, I can just put in the chat. Actually, I can look it up here. So this is the place where I personally learned to program. So they do a lot of like JavaScript and Ruby, but you know, like you said, you're primarily interested in Ruby and Python, so it might not be the best fit. But if you are interested in learning like front-end development and back-end development and like kind of full-stack development, I would highly suggest them. But if you're more interested in like machine learning, then yeah, I would say like Udemy is really good. Is a really good source. You know, they have a lot of good like data science courses. I'm sure there are like online or like bootcamp type scenarios that do like machine learning. I'm not familiar with them because I don't do a lot of machine learning. I have done a little bit in the past, but I haven't done like TensorFlow type stuff. So yeah, I would definitely check out like do your Google research and find out the best like machine learning boot camps, that kind of stuff. But yeah, if you're interested in general full stack development, highly recommend Launch School. That's where I learned. Wait, what? Smart contract. I'm just reading your responses. I'll get rich, build a school and Antalya. I want to live in Sapporo. So actually my wife is Japanese. Her grandparents live in Hokkaido, which is close to Sapporo. And so is that after I get retired? What the hell are you talking about? I hope you're joking. What the fuck is that, man? I don't know. I don't want to say on stream, but like you want to SUICIDE after living in the Japanese culture. I would say that's like a big stereotype of Japanese culture. Like that's not the real Japanese culture. That's a big stereotype of Japanese culture. Okay, good. Okay, I'm glad you're joking. I was like, man, that's like definitely not Japanese culture. Yeah, so Sean, I would say like you can definitely learn a lot of things for free or for very cheap. So I would say like, you know, Launch School where I'm at right now, they're $200 a month, which is definitely like quite a bit if you don't really have a job right now. So I would say like, you know, if you can't afford $200 a month, don't really look at them. But if you can, great resources. So I can probably actually sign in just to show you what's up. All right, so if you are curious about learning like front development, back-end development, so they have quite a pretty in-depth course. So like I said, this is where I learned programming. So I started with Ruby basics. So they have two tracks. They have Ruby and JavaScript. So you can learn JavaScript backend. You can learn JavaScript. So they teach both backend and frontend. Like I said, the light is very bright on me. But yeah, so if you're interested in like, I mean, you said mostly Python. So like I said, you know JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. So I would say you probably would like know quite a bit of the front end courses. But if you're interested in learning backend stuff, so like full stack development, 100% would go here. But like you said, yeah, Jupyter Notebook. So Jupyter Notebook is not really a bootcamp. It's just like a tool that a lot of people use for Python. Actually, I'm curious. Actually, let's look, just for your sake, let's look up some machine learning resources. I'm actually curious. Oh, there's Google AI. Okay, interesting. Some meme article. Let's see what they got. Alright, well, smart contract. I'm good to hear that you're not like considering the, you know, SUI CID. I would not be very happy if you said that. But yeah, I mean, honestly, very similar aspirations. I would love to be rich, you know. That's a great aspiration. I would say be rich for the right purposes though. You know, not scamming old rich ladies. I would not approve of that. So AI resources, let's see what they say. This seems like a lot of Wikipedia? What is this? So actually there is another let me turn this down a little bit. This is very bright in my face. There is another Twitch streamer. He actually might be online right now. His name is CF Griffin. He does a lot of open AI. So I would definitely check out CF. Let me look him up very quick. Twitch. Hey, thanks for the follow, Grepa. Cheers and welcome to Quorum. So Sean, if you're still here, I would definitely check out this guy right here. His name is CF Griffin. He does a lot of AI stuff. I mean, not to say that like you shouldn't join the Quorum as well, but I'm just saying that like he probably knows more about Python and AI than I do. Yeah, this guy's pretty cool. He lives in Seattle. He's pretty chill. But yeah, I like him a lot. So I would definitely say if you want to check out like machine learning, like, so right here you see on the screen right here, I'm circling it with my mouse. He's doing some open AI gym stuff. So I would say like if you're interested in machine learning, Python, definitely check out this dude. He's really good. I mean, he's been doing like let's see. Oh, Max, yeah, I'm curious. Maximilian guy. Let's see this guy. Damn, total students. I mean, he's probably from Russia, right? So I'm guessing like he's probably making some money. Over 1 million students, damn. I'm not sure if Sean's still here or not, but if he is, I would definitely check out. So like Smart Contract said, check out Maximilian Schwarzmiller. Can't pronounce that. Schwarzmiller. Also CM Griffin. He's a pretty cool dude. He's pretty chill. Yeah, I mean like, I would definitely I could definitely help with any Python stuff. I would definitely try my best to help out with it. I've done some Python in the past. So like I did a so like when I did CS, so I have a CS background, a computer science background, and I did some like NumPy and that kind of stuff. It's been a while, but I can definitely help it out with any questions. But yeah, like I'm not gonna say like I know everything. So definitely some other Twitch streamers that know a lot about just Python. But I definitely like Python is a pretty interesting language. Like Python's pretty cool. And like honestly, I do like Python more than JavaScript, but JavaScript just happens to be so ubiquitous with like, you know, web development, everything. So you kind of have to know JavaScript. Like if you're gonna do any web development, you have to know JavaScript. So it's like, might as well still keep up with it. But yeah, so right now, I keep going back and forth between like my project and like the internet. But yeah, so right now I'm trying to get your total net worth when it comes to the Twitch or like the Twitch bot. Yeah, so basically loop through this. I'm gonna do stock ticker, so stock ticker. Oh no, I'm gonna reduce. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm so excited. I haven't done reduce in a long time. I feel like reduce is like almost like a JavaScript meme, but I want to do reduce. So I'm pretty sure with reduce you do like accumulator. Price. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do sorry, accumulator plus price. And that will give me a total net worth. But yeah, Sean, so you said you know some basic like web development, so you know HTML, CSS, JavaScript. It's like what got you into tech? Like what got you into web development? Just curious. All right. I was finally able to successfully use reduce. I'm pretty happy about that. All right, so I'm gonna do some logging the error. All right, boom. All right, so let's see my Twitch bot. It is working. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're going to try and call net worth to see if it works. So I do have net worth working. Okay, so I have net worth working. All right, so let's try it. Net. Oh, wait. First. Oh, shit. Okay. So what we're going to do first is we're going to do... Shit, we're going to bottom. If you can't tell, I'm a little tipsy. Here since I was 4 years old. Nice. Yeah, I mean, so my background is I did an online program. I showed you. I did Treehouse and then I did Launch School. And those two sources were enough to get me a job. And then from there, I was able to get a job at DigitalOcean. And then DigitalOcean has a nice thing where they actually reimburse you for some education courses. So I ended up doing a computer science degree. Actually, I have my computer science degree right here. Can I show you? My computer science degree. So I did a computer science degree I went back to school, I went to college and did a computer science degree and did a lotion, oh shit. Chocolate Smart Contract. Thanks for joining the chat. Like you're, man, I would say, please join again because your conversation is very interesting. Please come again. But yeah, I would say like, so I did an online course. So I did Treehouse, then I did Launch School. Both of those courses were good enough to get me a job. Yeah, I mean, Smart Contract. Please come again. You are super interesting. Please come again. But yeah, both of those courses were enough to get me a job at DigitalOcean. And then DigitalOcean gives you it gives you a reimbursement for education courses. So I went back to college to get a CS degree. So I gotta show you that. That was my CS degree. It fell. So this is my CS degree. You can see right here. So I went back to school to get my CS degree. But yeah, so I mean, I would say computer science is very good to know, but you don't need to know it for a job. I was able to get it without a job. Yeah, I was able to get it without a job, but it's pretty good to know, just like at a foundational level. But yeah, I wouldn't. Oh, nice. Oh, Justin, you went to WGU? Oh, nice. Yeah, like WGU, like I would say in terms of colleges, while it's not super thorough, you know, it's not Yale or anything like that. Like, I would say WGU is pretty great for if you want to get a CS degree pretty quickly, like especially if you know computer science already, or if you're a working developer and you know a lot of like already basic scripting, I would definitely recommend WGU, because you can, like, for example, with Yale and stuff, if you sign up for a math course, you have to like go through the entire math course to finish it. Whereas WGU, you can like test out of it and go through much quicker. So I was able to get my CS degree in about 1.5 years. And trust me, people have done much faster. There have been people who got a CS degree in like 6 months at WGU because they already knew a lot of the courses. Not to say WGU is super easy or anything, but like they just happened to already know a lot of the courses, so they were able to test out of them. But yeah, like definitely, ask me any questions you have. I definitely like am super interested in learning about like what people are interested in, or like what interests people in like in technology. Oh shoot! Oh shit! There you go. Nope, that's not wrong either. There you go. But yeah, I would say like, you go to WGU, you're getting the same paper regardless. If you go to the CS program, you're getting the same paper. So hey, Sean, you said you've been working since you're 4 years old. How old are you now? Just out of curiosity. All right, so for this, I'm gonna reduce by doing shit. Price. I'm gonna times it by actually the amount of shares you have. Shit. Ticker. Okay, so. Man, you're still so young in career. I'm actually pretty jealous. So I just turned 30. So I've been in this field for a while. But yeah, if you're 21, in this field, count your lucky stars. You're super young in this field. So I would say like, even though you're young, you have a whole, like, for example, you have 9 years before you get to where I am. So you can learn a lot in 9 years. I got my AA so far. Yeah, all right, so when you say your AA, you went to community college? Is that what you're saying? Also, Justin, did you go to WGU for computer science, or did you go for something else? Also, I gotta go be right back real quick. Oh, okay, Justin, so you're saying you went to launch school. Oh, okay, so you went. You can hear me, right? Okay, so you went to launch school for CS, and then from launch school you found about launch. Oh, no. You went to WGU for CS, and then from WGU you found out about launch school from Tanner. Interesting. Okay, yeah. So Tanner is the guy who I was saying before earlier that like knows a lot about blockchain. So if you ever need to know about blockchain. I mean, I guess for this is mostly for Justin, but if you need to know about blockchain, ask Tanner. He knows a lot about blockchain. All right. Interesting. Yeah, it's kind of opposite from me. So I went to launch school first, then did WGU, but you're saying you did launch school after WGU, so that's interesting. How would you, Justin? How would you compare WGU to launch school? Just out of curiosity. Got tickers, the ordering of price. Okay, so I got prices. Alright, so the issue is, excuse me. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get the price. Actually, I can literally get the net worth right here. Okay, so I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna get net worth. Screw these two. Actually, I'll keep this for now. I'm gonna get stock quarter fetch price. Times stock shares. So this, actually, I'm also going to do reduce. Accumulator. So this will, so accumulator is going to be, so I'm going to fetch price of the stock, times it by how many shares there is, and then return it. And then that will reduce into a singular number, which is the net worth. So if I get rid of these two, that should work. So I'm gonna say send to channel, and then message, which is gonna be at the user. Your net. This is net worth. Let's see how that works. All right, so I'm sure there's gonna be an error somewhere. There has to be an error somewhere, but let's try it out. So I have net worth available. So let's try it out. Not a number. Interesting. Okay. So my net worth is not a number. So that's bad. So let's see. I should probably await stock ticker and then multiply by the stock. Because I'm pretty sure what happened is this returns a promise. If I multiply that promise by a stock, it's going to be not a number. So let's try it again. Oh, crashed. Okay, well, that's not great. Let's see. Get out of here, tap edit, stock quarter. My fetch price is indeed an async function, so it will return a promise. So I do need to await for it. So what I'm gonna do, price equals, so const price equals await, and then what I'm gonna do is instead return price times stock shares. All right, so that should be better. Fetch price, stock quarter, and then shares. Okay, so that should be better. Let me see if it crashed. Okay, it did indeed crash. So what is wrong? Why did that? This is an async function. What's going on? Do I need me to sync? What's going on? Sync? Is that what I need to do? Apparently that's what I need to do. So let's see if that works. I'm gonna do wait here. Still works. Okay. Let's try it out. Net worth. Oh shit, it worked. Wow. Okay. Wait. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's the worth. That's the net worth of my stocks. I need to also get the net worth of my account. Anyway, the cash money in my account. So I'm gonna do come on. Cash balance, store account balance, username. I'm definitely very new. It's been a while since I've used Node, so the fact that this is actually working is very surprising to me. Gotcha, yeah. Yeah, it's very curious. Like so I'm very curious to see, like, yeah, I'm very curious to learn how you learned, because since I went the exact opposite process, so I did launch school first. I feel like, yeah, I got those aha moments beforehand. And so WGU opened up some things, but I feel like for the most part, a lot of things I already knew. So I wonder if, like, from the reverse process, like, yeah, like going through the WGU, you learn some stuff, but the launch school teaches you more aha moments because it's more in depth. Because, like, for example, WGU, I think, Justin, you could probably verify this, but I learned CSS, or I learned C++, I learned Java, I learned Python in 3 different courses. So it's like, it was like, for example, I have no idea how to code in Java, but I did learn Java in one of the courses. But because they didn't teach it to a super in-depth degree, I have totally forgotten most of my Java experience. Also, I coded Java in Eclipse, so like, in Eclipse, the IDE, so like if you press dot, you'll get like a whole list of methods you can use. So I feel like I've completely forgotten all the Java I learned from WGU. Also C++. Like, I know a very small amount of C++, but I've forgotten pretty much all of everything I use in C++ in WGU. So I'm sure Justin, you can probably verify that. I mean, maybe you remember it better than I do. Oh, yeah. All right, so for the net worth now, we're gonna do price. So make this a parentheses, because we're gonna do aggregate. What's happening? But also we're gonna do cash balance. All right, let's see if this works. Man, I feel like so much of this actually works that I did not think it would work. Like, I didn't know you can pass async functions into a reduce call. That seems weird, but it does work. So let's try that. Net. Actually, no. Let's see if there's any errors. No errors. Okay. All right. So net worth. Let's go for it. Cross our fingers. All right. So something did not work. Oh, okay. I know it worked. It waits. All right. So wait for that. Then we'll get the cash balance. Okay. One more time. Let's do it. Net worth. Whoa, that seems like way too much money. What? Wait. How the hell does that work?
A lot of people feel like they have a book in
That does not work at all.
song in them, or they have a
Price
TV
and
show
stocks
idea.
plus cash balance.
And
What
you
the
can sit around
hell?
and talk about that.
It's
all you want.
$214.
But until
70,000
it's actually
cents
reality,
plus
It doesn't count.
0.84? Okay, it's not working whatsoever. Oh yeah, why is it not working? Alright, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do some good old-fashioned debugging. So we're gonna get the cash balance. Alright, we're gonna get the cash balance here. We're gonna get the net worth here. And just compare them. I'm curious. Alright, what?
You know, I mean, when I was younger, I don't know how many songs.
What the
I
hell?
have
My
heard,
net worth is
but never
this much
quite
money?
finished and never
That
finished
makes
recording or never
no
even started recording,
sense whatsoever.
and no one knows that those songs exist.
Alright, so my net worth apparently is
So it kind of doesn't count
in the price.
until you finish it and then put it out into the world. Now I'm not saying
Alright,
put
so
crap out
let's
into the
do-
world, but there comes a time when finishing and moving on, I think, is vital. Otherwise, you're just holding on to all of these old works.
Try it again.
And I think if you want to grow as any sort of creative person,
Alright, so $2,000 makes total sense. If I do balance, I have $7,000 balance. So my net worth should be like $9,000-ish dollars. Why is it not working? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do. Oh, yeah, I got it. Yeah. Okay, net worth plus. Oh. Okay, I know. Okay, I don't know. Okay, so net worth plus cash balance. Okay, so this should be the issue.
that cliche of art is not.
The reason why.
finished
Okay,
and
shit.
yes, it
Cash
can always be better.
balance. So the reason why it wasn't working is because this is a reduce function. So reduce goes through multiple times.
Otherwise, you're just the
So if I
guy
add
talking about, you're
my
not the guy doing it.
cash balance.
You get better by
Alright, this
doing
song
it,
is
finishing
shit.
it, learning from that process, and moving on to the next thing.
There we go. Harris Heller is the best non-licensed stream. Alright, so this should actually work. I'm fairly confident it should work. Let's try it out. Yeah, where is it? Ah, no. Alright, let's go to my logs. Alright, so why didn't it work? These two numbers should work together. So net worth plus a cash balance. These two numbers should come together pretty evenly. But what number did I get? I get 2,502. What the hell? Alright. Alright. What's going on? So my net worth is this much. It actually puts out, oh, because they're strings. I'm actually appending them together. That's what's happening. Oh, that's what's happening. Okay. So there's, you know what I'm gonna do? I am going to do this. Oh shit, that's wrong. Total net worth. So are they strings? Is that what's happening? Are they strings? I don't think so. Plus cash balance. Alright, we'll move JavaScript. JavaScript to integer. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. I know if I put plus sign in front of each of these, it'll convert it into a number. Oh shit. Alright, so this will for sure convert it into a number because that's how JavaScript works. JavaScript is dumb. Alright, so this will then for sure convert it into total net worth. All right, let's do it again. Yes! Oh, nice. It actually worked. There we go. We have all the functions. Alright, so these are all the... So anyone who's not aware, you can feel free to join the Quorum Brokerage by doing join right here. Hey, how's it going, Detox Mango? How's your day going so far? So yeah, anyone watching who's not familiar with like the game I'm building, it's like a stock trading game. Nice. Are you enjoying your last day before the workday? You know, Sunday before Monday? You know, definitely not. I'm not looking forward to work tomorrow, but you know, everyone's gotta work, pay the bills. But yeah, anyone's watching, if you want to join the stock trading game that I'm building, you can do .join, or actually no, !.join. Will there be HFT? What does that mean? What's HFT? High frequency. Okay. I don't know. I'm supposing not. So for this is all fake money. So if you do .join or !.join, I basically create an account for you in my database, and I give you like 10,000 fake dollars. So in that case, you can do like, you know, buy, I don't know, let's do like VT Sachs. That's like a Vanguard fund. I do $10 or 10 shares. So you say I bought 10 shares of VT Sachs for $900, total purchase price $900. So then from there, you know, my net worth, oh, that's wrong. So yeah, this is all like fake money I'm showing you. So like, you know, when you join, you get an account for 10,000 fake dollars. So you can buy stocks based on the current price. I'm using the IEX Cloud API. I forget the current price of stocks. I haven't done the crypto stuff yet, but I will get to the crypto next because I just finished up the stock stuff. For example, if you wanted to get like the current price of VT Sachs. Let's see this. Oh shit. Price VT. I can't type. So if you want to get like the current price of the stock and do exclamation point price, you can get like Tesla, Apple, Google, anything that trades on the stock market. You can get a price for. And you can either sell it or buy it. And you can also see what assets you have. So I do assets. I currently have 0 shares of Apple, but also 3 shares of Tesla, and then 10 shares of VT Sachs. So yeah, that's how you can get your. You can also do balance to get your cash balance. So I currently have $7,000 cash balance. So that's how you can get your net. Like that's basically how the trading game works. Yeah, there probably will be high frequency trading. You can do as many trades as you can do in the chat. So you have to, like, you know, make a chat command to buy stocks. But yeah, it's up to you how fast you want to do it. And right now I'm doing I'm using the IEX sandbox environment. So the prices aren't exact right now because I'm still doing an environment. I'm still doing the sandbox environment. So for example, if I did price Tesla, I have 683, right? If I go to the actual price, Tesla stock, you can see it is 661. So it's not exact. So IEX Cloud, when you use a sandbox environment, you can do an infinite amount of calls, like API calls, but the information is fake. However, once I convert it to be like a production app, then I'll get the actual amounts, or like I'll get the real amounts of the stock. So in that case, I will get like 661. So for example, if I let's see, let's minimize this right here. So if I let's see. Okay, so that let's do pushable copy. I can change my environment. So oh, 1 second. I need to get the actual pushable token. There we go. All right, so what we're gonna do here. Oops. So if there you go. If say much, so if the environment is not prod, so I just changed it prod. So if it's not prod, then sandbox is false. So let's try this. Alright, so now I do price. So I can get the actual price. So now I'm getting the real price. So I just converted this to be the actual production environment. Alright. So you can see, I just did a price command for Tesla, and it's very much similar to the actual price of Tesla. So now, if you do like buy or sell, you'll get the actual price of Tesla. So if I do net worth, I should get the actual net worth. Nope, something broke. What's broken? Why didn't work? Alright, that seems to be not working. Why is it not working? Alright, well, something's up with my net worth. But, in any case, that is currently how the Twitch commands works. So I'm using IEX Cloud for my API, so I can show you. So let's see. So what? So you can see. Actually, if you go here, stock quarter. So in order to fetch the actual price of the stocks, I'm using. You see. Let's see. Bots. I go to here. So you can see, I'm actually creating an IEX Cloud client. So I'm using the IEX Cloud API to find the stocks prices. So if I go to quote, so this is the actual API I'm using for finding the actual stock prices. So basically, I call the stock. I call like give me the current quote for the symbol. So symbols like Apple, Google, BT Sacks, that kind of stuff. And I'm using latest price as the actual stock price. So you can see if I go to here, if I go to stock quoter, I'm using a symbol, I pass that ticker, I get quote, then I use the latest price. So latest price is the actual latest price of the stock. But for some reason, net worth is not working. Why is net worth not working? Let's do the assets. Alright, what's up? What is up? Try it again. Oh, error. Alright, I'm gonna do this. I'll try it again. Alright, now it should work. Boom. Okay, now it works. And now net worth. Alright, now I know. Okay. Now it's working. Yeah, so I'm using IX API to get the price of the stocks. So if you aren't familiar with IEX, it's basically just a exchange. So if I do exchange, can't type. Yeah, so IX Group. So IX Group is basically an exchange where they can give you nice. Yeah, so IEX is basically an exchange where it gives you can use this API to find prices for stocks. My light's very light. Light is very bright. So I like IX a lot because I feel like IX is very ethical. If you ever have read the book Bull something, oh shit, what is this? Michael book IX, where is it? Like Bull something. Flash Boys, here it is. So if you ever read Michael Lewis, so if you ever read the book, yes, exactly, Flash Boys, yeah. So Flash Boys is about IEX, and so I personally like IEX a lot from this book because it makes IEX seem very ethical. So yeah, I personally like IEX a lot, and so I use them for fetching the API or fetching the stock prices to the API. But yeah, so if you want to join, you can do join. You can buy certain stocks. You can get the prices for stocks. So let's see price. Let's get the price for Moderna stock. So what's the stock ticker? mRNA. So I go mRNA. So the stock for mRNA is 123.39. So you see it exact same. So in the Twitch chat, I got $123.39. It's the same thing I got here, $103.29. So I'm using the IX API for getting stock prices, and then so you can buy Moderna. You can buy, whenever you join the Quorum brokerage, you get a account with $10,000, and you get able to buy and sell stocks from that account. So right now, for example, I have $7,000. So let's buy some Moderna stock. I'll buy 10,000 shares. So I bought it for $122,000. Let's do my current net worth. My current net worth is about $6,000. That seems a little off. I think my net worth is not really working, but let's do assets. So right now I have 10 shares of Moderna, 3 shares of Tesla, and 10 shares of VG Sachs. So something seems off. Why is my network off? Let's go to network again. All right, so cash balance, that's right. Stocks, that's right. The net worth should be price of ticker times the stock shares, which seems fine. Actually, I'm gonna do so I'm gonna do cost out law is gonna be price. That should work. What's up now? Okay, so let's do assets again. All right, and now do net worth. All right. So what I got going on? I got price. I got shares, which is 10. Oh, you mean like Flash Boys? Yeah, it's pretty easy to read. I liked it a lot. It's been a while since I read it, but I definitely liked it a lot. It's definitely pretty easy to read. Alright, so I'll price share. Oh, interesting. I'm logging it before I even get to the end. Why am I doing that? Alright, so it looks like I'm actually logging my net worth before I actually finish it. Interesting. I gotta figure that out. I'm not sure why I'm doing that. Let's try net worth again. Interesting, okay. So that seems wrong. Let's figure that out. But yeah, it's been about 2.5 hours since I started streaming, so I'm actually gonna raid somebody. Actually, see if Griffin is still going. He is indeed right. Okay, so I'm gonna raid CM Griffin. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining. It's the best book to learn technical and fundamental. So what do you mean exactly? So technical fundamental? You mean like the fundamental, like stock trading, or like software development? Is that which one are you asking? Because for software development, I would definitely suggest stock trading. Oh wow, okay. I to be honest, I don't really have a ton of ideas. I'm not super into stock trading. There's definitely like, for example, there's $1 Million Portfolio by Motley Fool. $1 Million Portfolio, Motley Fool. So there's this one right here. So I did read this one in a book. I did read this book quite a bit. So I would definitely look into this one. So $1 Million Portfolio by Motley Fool. That's David and Tom Gartner. There's also Boggleheads. They're really good. So Peter Lynch has Beat the Street. I know that one. I haven't read it yet, but I know it's pretty popular. So Peter Lynch, Beat the Street. Yeah, here you go. So Peter Lynch, Beat the Street is pretty common, pretty popular. So, I mean, I haven't read it, so I can't necessarily recommend it, but it is pretty popular. So I would definitely say check it out. Me personally, I've mostly gotten a lot of my stock trading advice from like friends and family. I definitely have read books. So like if you've never read Rich Dad Poor Dad, I would say Rich Dad Poor Dad is a pretty fundamental book. You know, not all of the advice it gives is practical, but I would say it does give a good fundamental knowledge of like assets and that kind of stuff. Does Martin Shkreli have a book? I thought he was kind of like in jail. Shkreli. They have a book? My time. His YouTube. Oh, okay. I've never looked at his YouTube lectures. So I mean, I know he has like, you know, issues. He went to jail and all that stuff. Interesting. So I've never watched his stuff. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him to know capitalism pretty well, but the fact that he went to jail doesn't bode the most confidence. You know, I wouldn't, like, if following his advice means you might also go to jail, doesn't really give you the most confidence in his advice. But you know, you can always look. I would never say like not look at him. I'd be pretty interested in what he says. But I would say take his advice with a grain of salt. Just from the fact that he went to jail for price hiking and all that stuff. So, you know, that kind of stuff. But $1 Million Portfolio. Let's say learning about index funds. So personally, I don't know much about day trading. So if you're trying to go like day trading, I don't know the most advice about that. there's a lot of hype around day trading. There's a lot of like fake gurus who try and sell you on courses for day trading. So it's really hard to find, I feel like, legit people who try and sell you on day trading stuff. So personally, I don't have the most advice. But I would say, like, for me personally, mostly what I invest in is like index funds and that kind of stuff. I don't do a lot of day trading. I do a bit of crypto trading. So if you're interested in crypto, there's a bit of crypto trading online that you can look into. But yeah, I don't have a lot about Martin Shkreli. But yeah, I've been on for about 2 hours and 40 minutes, so I'd say it's pretty good for me. So I'm gonna raid somebody. I'm gonna raid Sam Griffin. Appreciate. Oh, thanks for the follow, Jax. Welcome to the quorum. So for crypto trading, it's a good question. Let's say, what would I recommend? So I mean, I would say to invest in crypto trading, you should really understand. Yeah, cheers. Thanks, buddy. I would say to really invest in crypto, I would not invest based on hype, because there's a lot of hype around, Bitcoin, Ethereum. I'm not saying those aren't good things to invest in, but you shouldn't invest on hype alone. So I would say the best way to invest into crypto trading is to actually learn what crypto is. So if you aren't familiar with cryptocurrencies, or if you're not familiar with how cryptocurrencies work, I would definitely read that first. So anything that has to do with blockchain. So if you don't understand what a blockchain is, definitely do like, O'Reilly blockchain. Let's see. If you don't know what blockchain is, definitely learn mastering the blockchain first. So like there's like many books by O'Reilly. So this publisher O'Reilly, they have a lot of books on blockchain. So there's mastering blockchain, there's blockchain itself. So with the ox right here. So these two books, I would definitely recommend for learning blockchain. I have them on my to-do list right now. I haven't actually read them, but I will definitely. I'm planning on reading them in the future. Let me say you have an idea. What's your idea? I'm curious to hear what your idea is. Gotcha. Okay. So I mean, having an idea of what blockchain is definitely a good start, but before investing in crypto, I definitely say you want to have a good understanding of what crypto is. Yeah, so there's a ledger, obviously there's like a public ledger that everyone can look at to see who has made what trades. Let's say blockchain is so I mean, like I said, I'm not a master of blockchain. I know a general bit of blockchain, enough to really understand what it is, but I would say if you're not like super invested in like what Merkle trees are and what like dApps are, definitely look into it. Like I definitely would not say invest in crypto without that good understanding, because like there are a lot of like what people call shit coins. So shit coins are basically just like people who make coins to make like crypto coins to make money. So like so Merkle trees are what is the basis of crypto blockchain. So like blockchain. So Merkle trees are the way that people can make sure that people aren't fucking with the ledger. Like I said, like there's a public ledger that shows who has bought what. And so Merkle trees are what basically prove that people have bought what. So you can look at what is Merkle tree and how does it affect blockchain. So I would definitely just recommend this article. I mean, I haven't read it, but it sounds like it makes sense. So Merkle trees are definitely a big part of blockchain. So I'd say you definitely should understand Merkle trees and how they work, because like there's a lot of hype around blockchain, but I would not personally invest in blockchain unless I knew why there was hype there. So Merkle trees is one thing. DApps stands for decentralized applications. So let's see, DApps, Ethereum. So Ethereum is a big platform for, I should have spelled that. So decentralized application DApps, that's what it stands for. So this link right here, I would definitely look into. So that link, and then where's the Merkle tree one? This is the Merkle tree one. I haven't read it, like I said, but based on what it says, it probably makes sense. I'm sure it actually explains Merkle trees pretty well. So I would definitely look into those two first. I'm super bright, I like. So before investing in crypto, I feel like I would definitely understand what Merkle trees are, what the Merkle root is, and why it's important for blockchain. Because I feel like if you don't understand blockchain technology, it's not a good idea to invest in it, because there's a lot. It's a very unregulated market. It's basically the Wild West right now. Like if you invest in blockchain right now, it's the Wild West. Or yeah. So there's popular blockchains, or there's popular coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, all that kind of stuff. But there's also a lot of shit coins. And so shit coins are basically just coins that people created in order to make money and then never do anything with it. So they're essentially useless. So that's the reason why I would say to understand Merkle trees, Merkle roots, decentralized applications, like basically understand what the blockchain is, because without that fundamental understanding, it'll be very easy to be manipulated by people who like do pump and dump schemes. Like pump and dump is very common in the blockchain world. So very underrated blockchain or underrated coins, people hype them up like, oh, you should buy this coin, you should buy a coin, it's gonna be super big. Everyone buys a coin, the coin spikes, like the price of the coin spikes, and then everyone who caused the pump and dump will then sell their coins, and then it'll cause the price to drop. So everyone who bought that coin at the height is gonna lose money. So I would definitely look up also pump and dump. So you go pump and dump. Pump and dump crypto. So there's a lot of information squashing. I don't know what squashing is. Let's see. I actually don't know what squashing is. I'm guessing it has to do with like compressing blockchains. Squashing crypto. Oh, okay. Squash is 1 million. Yeah, so I'm not personally super aware of what squashing means, but saying is when someone already has a lot of and sells them. Yeah, so if squashing means basically someone has a lot of coin and sells it, it's kind of indicative of a pump and dump, because with a pump and dump, people buy them a lot when they're cheap, market it so that other people buy it, so it hikes the price, and then whenever someone has a lot of it, sells it, it's a little bit of an indication they're not very confident in the price. So for example, when a CEO of a company owns a lot of the stock of the company and sells a lot of stock, it will usually cause the overall stock to drop, because people perceive, oh, the CEO is selling stock, that must mean they're not confident in their own company. So for example, Jeff Bezos a while ago sold like $2 billion of his own stock, and I believe it caused Amazon's overall stock to drop, because it made the market believe, oh, Jeff Bezos is selling his own stock, he's not confident in Amazon stock. So like those kind of things. So I'd say like squashing is similar. So whenever there's squashing happening, it's not 100%, guaranteed that the person doesn't believe in the cryptocurrency, but the fact that they're cashing out their stock is a little worrisome. Not always worrisome, but it definitely is a red flag that, like, oh, if someone has a lot of stock and they're selling it, it means they're a little bit, like, it could mean that they're selling it because they're not confident the stock is gonna reach higher. So then sell before the pumper can dump. Yeah, I don't know what squashing means exactly, but like pump and dump schemes are basically, yeah, like what you're saying. When someone pumps up the stock, pumps up the crypto via marketing and like saying, hey, this crypto is super like it's gonna be the future. You know, everyone invests in it. And then once the price reaches a certain point, that person then dumps all their stock by selling it, gets a ton of money. But because they own so much and they sold so much, it causes the price of the crypto to drop dramatically. So yeah, I would say be wary of all those signs. But I would say right now, you know, I've been streaming for a while, so I'm gonna actually raid somebody right now. But yeah, thanks for all the questions. I will be here next Sunday, so if you have any questions at all, please come again next Sunday and ask me. But for now, I'm gonna be raiding somebody. I'm gonna be raiding this guy, CM Griffin. Yeah, no worries. If you have any questions about AI or machine learning, definitely ask this guy. He definitely has a lot of knowledge about AI machine learning. Otherwise, he's a pretty chill dude. He's a pretty chill dude, so definitely check him out. All right, thanks everyone. Thanks for joining.